From me, I'm okay. So from this point of view, if this thing here, if it is 0 point, so until we have AI, I was going with actual 80 content item or 60 content item at first by completing that topic with full articles. Yeah, for outranking these in a quick way, because at the beginning you have the advantage of freshness.
Yeah.
If you have the advantage of freshness, just go with it. Once you catch the attention of the crawler, just increase the momentum further and further. They will continue to crawl you. Whenever they see that actually a more quality content, they will just continue to crawl further, thrust further, and you will make the search engine forget the other website. Because whenever you have freshness, it creates confidence because they know that this is new content, which with higher possibility, it has more accuracy. But once we have the AI, it started to become problematic because we have some situations that if we publish 8 articles in a single day, or 200 or 300, we started to be actually de-indexed, or we started to be actually not seeing any attention from the search engine. Then I created a safe method there. Excel already knows that. It goes with 20 articles first. Let's say this is your entire content network here. As a student, I publish the first 20 because it's a human number. And I usually put the most important pages through this 20, then this 20 goes to the home page of the website to show that there is new content. Then I start to create actually an increasing publication frequency. Let's say 2 content just per 3 days. And I keep the time always different. Sometimes night, sometimes morning, no pattern. And sometimes I publish these, I tell that 2 per 3 day. I might not publish the first 2, but I might publish at the 3rd. Sometimes just the day after that. So the frequency always fluctuation. It makes search engine crawlers to come back because they don't know when it will be coming, so they will need to crawl the website always. Once after this initial 20, I continuously increase the frequency. The rule here is that every new content that you put has to be more quality than the previous one. If you continue to, if you're increasing more but quality is decreasing, after a point it will be like this. It will go like this, then this, like that. But if you are able to always increase the frequency together with the quality, you are safe. After a point, they will trust you. Svalbard is like that, for instance. It just has 27 articles. I even didn't publish something else after that. It still continues to rank higher. And I have one more, dog food care. We have written actually the first 20 articles in a really quality way. We have gained 40,000 queries. 40,000 queries for 20 articles. It was perfect, but then the client, they got impatient, and then they wanted to go faster. Okay, I said okay, but then they have gone faster. At the beginning it was like this, graphic goes like that. Once we decrease the quality, it becomes like this. Once we decrease it further too, it goes like this, like that. So when I say the quality, it's not just about the information there. You need to understand information retrieval, the sentence structures, especially the order of information, the headings. In the patterns, I even have seen that. Sometimes they just check the first sentence in the paragraph. They don't check the rest. I call it predictive information retrieval because when they check the first sentence, they predict the next one. Because they always have to play with the cost. And believe me, they are not using every algorithm for every website because it's not necessary. It's expensive. Why should I, for instance, I'm publishing a website, why do Google shall care about it? Basically. It's a multi-trillion company and I am telling that just rank me. So they don't have to care. They already have 20 trillion websites. I am just giving one more. So I have to prove that, look, this is different. Continuously. That part is important.
So the momentum and the velocity entirely. One more question. I agree. Yeah, 100% sure. We know this. You said make a difference, yeah?
Yes.
You only, on this level, you only think about the HTML design, like, hey, I'm brand new, try one more time, you know?
Sometimes I just remove footer reader, just leave the main content. No boilerplate content, for instance, just logo of the company. No header menu, no footer menu. I just try to understand what kinds of a change it creates. Then I bring them back, then I check it again. Sometimes I just actually add a sidebar, then I remove the sidebar. Sometimes I just change the beginning section of the article and the end of the article. The middle section is same. Sometimes I just delete the half of the article. It ranks higher. So I'm okay. Then I bring it back. It continues to rank higher too. So the logic there is they don't check it always, but we always have to create a kind of difference, or we will need to trigger that algorithm one more time so it can function properly.
And after making the change, you request an indexation.
Yeah, in a way.
And now is the point. The question is,
Could you explain the question further? There is an increase?
it's a period of time.
Okay. If you
3 months, next update.
If you lost it with the core algorithm update, you will need to wait to the next one. It might take 6, 7. It's about Google. I also tell it to the client. Even if I fix everything, even if this website right now here, even if it will be the most quality specific website on this planet, until the next core update, it doesn't matter. They won't realize it. Most probably.
Objective negative ranking state.
It can increase, but it might like this, because there are some, let me just put these imaginary lines here, okay? Imagine that every imaginary line actually reflects a kind of upper limit and bottom limit. In the search engine result diversification, they won't let you to exceed this threshold. They will always keep you there. Even if you actually make everything stupidly bad, still they won't make you to drop your rankings below these two. You will go between this.
Support and resistance, yeah?
Yeah, you will always between that. Once they actually make a core update, once they evaluate you, they will prioritize your website. Then you can actually go to the upper section. Like that. There are
Section by section.
yes, there are these type of imaginary. I am telling imaginary, but these type of sections. If you publish new content, it is something different, because this specific traffic in this area or these imaginary top lines, they are for the existing content. But basically your new content, it can also rank way much higher if you're able to go to the upper section. These sources here, the sources that I have drawn to the in the form of that bubbles, I'm not able to find it, but here. These sources here, they are actually distributed to these imaginary lines already. And when you drop, learn. When you drop, actually, basically they put this website here, they put this one to this area. And basically tell the search engine that, look, take this to the here, put me to this specific line. I am better than that. And they, since it is so costly to always process and to computate, they will do it just between the core updates, because they already know that this one actually satisfies the users. They don't, search engine is safe. We are not safe, basically, I can tell. It's the main logic of the engineers.
Yeah, you have to step by step show Google
Step by step, yes.
You're safer than that one.
Yes, and once you are in this area, I can tell that you are not safe too, because these little ones, they are trying to outrank you. They will always try to publish more or link more, and yes. And these little tests, usually they actually appear in people also ask questions or the featured snippets. If you are able to rank for featured snippets, it shows the initial authority. If you're able to rank for people ask questions, if you're able to outrank this in the people ask questions, it's easier to tell the search engine that I am better. Because to be able to rank you in a feature snippet or people ask question, I need to process your text. It shows that they understand your text right now and they are matching it to the questions. And people ask questions or the feature snippets, they are not that much risky. Because if one of the people ask questions is showing a wrong answer, it doesn't make entire search bad. So it's a place that we can risk for testing purposes. Once you're able to rank for more PAA, it actually shows that you're able to prove that, look, my answers are better than this. So then you can actually tell, okay, you are now
In the spot.
you are safe to switch us now, because there is always something that I call embarrassment factor. Search engines can get the shame, because when I rank you and if you give the wrong information, I will get the shame. While announcing the Google Bard, they have given wrong information with the Google BART, you know that, right? And they lost like
18 billion
how many billions?
18 billion or something.
18 billions they lost because of a single wrong answer.
Yeah.
Imagine that you answered a question wrong and you lost over 10 billions of dollars. So that's why they have to wait, that's why they have to test, that's why they have to limit your growth as
So
well.
I assume that in your life, your money niches, the slots or
Yeah.
the lines,
Well,
smaller.
teeny,
In
yeah.
general niche, like
Yes, way much more.
And also the risk for Google is much higher in the your money or life niche. So it takes that much more
Thank you.
If you want to check
time and to prove to Google that you're safe. Because almost by definition, if you have a new website in your money or life niche, that's not
it's just a paragraph like this, another paragraph like this. They compare both of them. They both have relevance. They both have expertise, and search engine has to understand which one is actually more accurate.
Yeah.
Only way of this is checking these small sources. That's why actually your website is valuable, because these small websites, they are actually representatives of this big one. Because if they see an information here, and if it is similar information to here, it means that they are ranking the correct thing. That's why usually I add unique questions and unique answers, because these big ones, they don't have it. Only I have it. So because when they rank me, they already rank these content and extra as well. So there is a unique value for ranking people.
So
That's why your briefs are so hard.
your point of having diversity in your answer, that does not apply here, right? Because as you said, say for example, you are the out of 10 SERPs, only one is saying that 9.5 creates cancer. You automatically would go out from the SERP. If say theoretically, there is position 1, position 3, position 4, position 5. I'm at position 3 at the moment.
Yes.
Okay, and I change my content to
Okay.
say that pH 9 and above causes cancer, where earlier it used to not show that. Will it drop out of the SERPs because 1 to 10 does not say that?
In a way, yes, yes. Especially Stephen the Baker for context scoring for the candidate passage answers patent, they directly tell this: if the first 10 ranking results and information changes, all the knowledge change based on all the relevance changes too. So top ranking sources basically determines who will be coming next to that specific place as well. If you are contradicting with the top authorities, it's a little bit issue. That's why at the beginning for the new websites, I tell people that do not go like so opposite. Be a little similar or be a little bit convenient with the high authorities. Another thing is that let's say this is the first 10, this is the last 10. Usually between first 10 and the last 10 there is a context gap or context change. Sometimes if you see that there is a document here, it is really similar to one in this area. The thing here is that between these two there might be a direct switch sometimes too. You can see sometimes some web pages they rank at the 6 and they go to the 80 again. These type of things, because they directly switch these two because they too similar to each other, they share the same or similar information, and search engine tries to see that if this one, the page at the 9th, if it is better, they rank it here. This is a danger too, because I have seen situations that sometimes it's so clear that you will lose the core algorithm update. People don't realize it because they don't check this type of drops or the switches. If you lose a few pages like this, it will be affecting a few other pages from your website too. And all the time, after a point during the core update, all of them will collapse. But it starts with these type of small switches, small changes. It wouldn't make sense to change everything suddenly anyway because it would be risky, but I'm able to collect data here. I'm able to check.
So you see when Google's like poking
Yeah.
holes in your.
Yes.
I assume this process is here, just before the hit.
Yes.
Changing and testing. Am I right? Am I right? Yeah, I'm right.
Yes.
Oh,
If confidence is high,
Yeah.
then they change.
So what do you need to do when you start seeing your website being
If there is such a situation, for instance, you will need to check the other internal link pages as well. They will be fluctuating together too. then you will need to also actually record the entire search, because they are not changing only these two, they are changing other ones as well. Once you're able to actually interpret the query, because the search query there, it will be having some different types of context, or the context terms, or the hints. If you're able to get all of them in a proper way, you will need to actually cover everything in a proper order. That's why in our briefs, we try to cover everything without leaving a gap, so that search engine even doesn't need to try, because when they rank us, basically they answer everything. So why they shall check another web page, basically. With AI, it will be easier, I believe.